to work for. It seemed like she was finding there to be more, it focused more on negative behaviors than it did positives. But I can't say that for a fact because I did not try it with my own class. But
Yeah, I could not get in, no matter what I tried.
I couldn't see what the benefit of that one, unless you're an Android Google or Android based person, then it's probably good. But since Class Dojo is available on Android also,
Yes,
I don't see any
exactly.
reason to get it.
So what I found is that it only had 3.3 stars out of 5. Very similar to Class Dojo, but not as user friendly. I think there is a paid version that exists, but I couldn't find it. I like that you could email the data to yourself or to a parent or whatever. That's the only thing that Class Dojo does not allow you to do is email the data. And then other than that, like I had a whole lot of negatives. Like I couldn't download the app. I couldn't find it anywhere on the App Store. And it's not very user friendly. And it seemed very difficult to use. Whereas Class Dojo is very, very easy. So I would not recommend that app at all.
No. I mean, the only thing I could think of that it might going for it is if like Class Dojo costs money and that one was free, but that's not the case. So I didn't see a reason to use it.
Exactly.
I didn't really like the look of it, like the layout versus like from what I saw. I obviously didn't download it, but like the pictures that I saw, it doesn't look as like fun as like Class Dojo. It's just kind of like a fun looking app. Whereas this one, it was just kind of, I don't know, I didn't like it.
Yeah, me neither.
There's a lot of negative.
Something else I saw was that teachers were complaining that they weren't able to view behavior over a long period of time. They could only look at it in daily logs, and so they would have to like email it to themselves. So it doesn't capture a longer length of behaviors, which could be annoying.
Yeah, that's not good.
If you're trying to use this for a behavior management system.
Yeah, that's not good at all.
No.
Because as a teacher, you want to track behavior over a period of time, and a week is not long enough.
No. That's what I kind of like about Class Dojo that this one doesn't do too. That I would almost like, if I could create the perfect thing, it would be Class Dojo and only the positives. The kids could only see the positives, but yet I could be tracking in the same program without them seeing it, their behavior problems throughout the day. So because it has a timestamp, so that I could look for patterns. You know, do we really struggle every single time we line up for lunch? Is that our problem, or is it 2:00? Like, is that so and so's limit for the day in that last hour? Is he really? Because you know, sometimes at the end of the day, their behavior kind of all runs together in my mind, and so maybe I should create an app. Don't know how, but.
And that's one good thing about Class Dojo. It does do the timestamp as well.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. I just don't want the kids, I wouldn't want the parents and the kids to see, like, thinking
all the negatives.
In my classroom, I'm thinking of 3 in particular that be more.
Yeah, I have one or two that'd probably be like every 5 minutes.
All right, so the last one is Too Noisy Pro Free.
Oh, yeah.
Totally different from Class Dojo and teacher class behavior. So this one is only, to me, a noise level meter. So it only tracks the level of noise in the classroom at any given time. I did not like the free version because it was very minimum. There was not really many features to it. So then I would be forced to pay the $3.99 for the full version. And then it appears that the full version has so many different features that would be great in a classroom to track noise levels, to reward points when children are meeting the expectations. Once again, it's nothing like Class Dojo. It It does track points, though. It gives the children points for maintaining a certain noise level and meeting the expectations. I did like the sensitivity level that the teacher can set. So if it's a quiet activity, you can turn the sensitivity down or up, however you choose to use it. I like that it had different backgrounds and themes, so you can kind of change it up, and it's not always the same thing every single time. It was available on the iPhone, the iPad, the iPod. You can use it on the smartphone. So it's very versatile. You can use it on a lot of different devices. I did like the alarm, that it sounds the alarm when the children gets past that noise level. Overall, I thought it was pretty good. It would be something I would use in my classroom.
I agree. I
Yeah.
think something I really liked was that it's like a visual reminder. I mean, so children, oftentimes I know that we go over it at the beginning of the year, like levels, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And, we ascribe like different animals to it or different levels, but they don't always understand that in the moment of play. And I think that this is something visually striking that would really set the expectation again. And I like that you can like sit it beside a student. It's a particular group, so that they can kind of self-regulate. And I thought that was really dope. Something that adds to the environment. I don't think it like takes anything away. So out of all of them, I say this was my favorite one, and I'm most likely to use. Yeah.
I have used this one actually before this whole thing came up. And I will tell you, try it out. It's definitely one of those tools that I pull out. I can't use it every day. It's not like Class Dojo. I would think if I try that, I will use it. I would use it every day. But it definitely works. You know how you need different things, different times of the year, because what you're doing is going to burn out and you're going to need to keep it fresh. So I would definitely recommend it for that. And set the sensitivity with the kids. I do that by just having them repeat the statement with me when I start centers. I'll get a group set up, and then I'll use the volume of voice that I expect, and then we'll just say, "This is my center time voice. This is my center time voice," so that they are mimicking how loud I am, and then I can set the meter to like with all 4 of them saying it at once, so they can keep an eye on it. Now I will say, as I said before, I have a couple little friends in this class that love to see it go. Love that sound. So I really have to. I'm not going to not use it because of that. They can just learn to control their behavior. Again, we have to learn to use self-control and self-regulation in all circumstances. So I always try to look at it as a teachable moment, even though I want to pull my hair out sometimes. But so we do have to use other motivators or positive and negative reinforcement with it. Like in and of itself, if you've got a friend that just really wants to see if he can break the loudness meter, it's not that fun. But I like I said, I like it. I've used it for a couple years now, and I'm sure I'll be pulling it out this month because as they get more and more excited about Christmas, their volume just gets louder and louder. So I'm sure I'll be using it again.
Cool.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree with everything you guys have already said. I think it's definitely something that I want to try. I actually heard it from another teacher. She had a different one. I forget what it's called. But I think that one it was like bubbles. So it was like the bubbles grew as the noise level got louder. So I was been meaning to try it, but I like the way, after looking through this one, I like the way this one's like set up a lot more. So I definitely think I might try it, just mainly for centers because they, get loud. And then I don't want to stop my guided reading group and saying, voices or, like volume, like, because that's like, messing up my time with my guided reading group. So I think it's something I'll definitely try out during that, mainly just during the center time, because when they're on the iPads, they like to get excited and loud. So I think that's where I see using it. But I really liked the way it was laid out and everything. It was pretty cool.
So I guess our last recommendations, we still have a few more minutes. So I guess each person just choose the one they like the most, the one they like the least. For sure, I love Class Dojo. I will continue to use that one. I recommend it. Whether you want to focus on the positive and then use the negative piece, I mean, a lot of people already said they wouldn't want to use that part, but I see it as a positive motivator. Like it really sets a positive tone in the classroom. And then the one I would probably never, ever, ever use is the teacher class behavior. It's just not user friendly at all. And I would actually use the Too Noisy Pro. I probably would have to buy the full version in order to use it though.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think I'll start using the Classroom Dojo. I don't know. I'm gonna just try it and see how it works with my kids. I'm thinking that it'll work well, but we'll see. So yeah, I really like that one. The one I definitely will not use is the classroom behavior. Just comparing the two, it's like Jojo's like way better, so I would never use that. And so yeah, those would be my options.
So I don't want to, let's see, we have to come to a consensus about Class Dojo. Okay, so I definitely see the benefits of Class Dojo. My current school uses, I said tools of mine, creative curriculum, so it's very very heavy in documenting student work throughout the day. And so I'm often on my phone or my iPad capturing pictures or video of students working. So I feel Dojo would complicate my work or add there. But I definitely see the benefits of it. And I know that at this age, children are competitive and, they like to be recognized individually and collectively. So I can definitely see the positive push towards, meeting classroom expectations. So I wouldn't be opposed to using it. But I'm going to have to say my favorite one is the Too Noisy Pro. I think it's the most easy for me to engage with students, explain it. Class Dojo, I have to set up a meeting with parents and roll out how we're using it and why we're using it and go through all of that. And Jesus, I don't really have the time.
You do know that you don't necessarily have to include the parents, though. You could just use it in your classroom. You do not have to include the parents. Last school year, I did not use that feature at all. I only see the benefit of it this year because I'm using the portfolio section. So when I take their pictures and share it with the families, that's the only reason. Well, I mean, the behavior part is good too, because now they're looking at the point saying, and they're having conversations with their scholars. Right. But you do not have to invite the parent to use that tool at all.
Okay, well then I could use it. Right. And then my least favorite, of course, would be the teacher behavior something. It just aesthetically wasn't a good look and it wasn't cute. So
yeah.
Period.
Although, I agree. That's my least favorite too. I'm not ever gonna try that one, I would guess. You guys did kind of sell me on Class Dojo, especially this last comment for Christine that's reminding me that I could just do it without the parents. So I think that's what I'll try to do. I'd like to say I'm going to start it tomorrow, but I have like about 6 hours worth of work just sitting in this classroom right now, so it's probably not going to happen. But I do think that the kids would like it. I mean, they love the little tracker on Go Noodle. Like, we've done 6 out of 10. Like, you really.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So I can really see that. And I also am intrigued by the portfolio. So I'll probably play around with that. And then maybe I'll roll it out next year. Who knows? And I already used the Too Noisy Pro. So I always think it's nice to find new tools. So it was kind of fun looking at these this week. But
yeah, I think it's nice looking inside your classroom.
Yes.
All right. I think we're done, ladies. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you.
You guys Tuesday.
All right. Y'all have a good one.
You too.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.